In today's Weekend Download, trying to kick the junk food habit. We know it's important to eat right, so why is it so hard to give it up? Joining us with insights from a new study and some advice from Newton, Massachusetts this morning, ABC's chief health correspondent, Dr. Jen Ashton, who also has a degree in nutrition. Thanks for joining us this morning, Dr. Ashton.
Good morning.
Now, we've all tried to do this, many of us, me included, unsuccessfully. What is the deal? Why is this so hard?
Let me tell you about this new study, Eva. It appeared in the journal Appetite. It was really the first time that they tracked people who were trying to cut down on eating junk food. We call that highly processed food. And it was the first study that showed actual withdrawal symptoms, really no different than we see in people who are trying to cut down on smoking, drugs, or alcohol. So we're talking about symptoms like mood swings, anxiety, headache, sleep disturbance. These tended to peak on days 2 to 5. And again, people trying to do the right thing, but definitely struggling. And this is not just in their head.
So it's not an issue of willpower. What should we do? How do you kick that junk food habit?
Well, that's the million-dollar question, right? And we're all thinking about that in this country, or at least we should be. I think it's a couple things. Number one, prevention. You want to try to minimize or eliminate entirely the consumption of these kind of highly processed foods. I think support is key. If you're trying to cut down, you can plan ahead for these kind of obstacles. And awareness. I mean, you can see that there are foods that are obviously highly processed. They're loaded with sugar and salt and chemical additives, but there's also hidden foods in things that we think are healthy. So read those labels.
And just to make sure, because maybe there's a chance that we can keep these things, but do you really need to limit your processed food intake? Does it matter?
Yeah, it does, because they tend to be calorie dense, nutrient poor. So bottom line, as much as possible, try to eat from the farm, not the factory.
All right, thanks. Wow. Dr. Jen Ashton there. Not exactly the news I wanted, because I would like to prefer to keep the gummy bears in my diet.
So I meant to ask her, is it okay to have Cheetos out of a funnel?
Yes, I think so.
I don't believe that you've ever had a Cheeto in your life.
No, well, the reason why people point out that I don't eat sugar when we have it, the reason I had to stop is for that very reason. I have an addictive personality, and I couldn't stop eating it.
I had an entire row of Oreos yesterday. The whole thing, package was open, the whole row.
My man, I love that.
He's committed.
At least
I'm committed.
Before the end of the package.
I will
I need
not
Dr.
talk
Ashton's
about how
help.
much I can eat right now.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.